Today I'm looking at this longer term pattern of soybeans, looking at how this last 5 years of this market has developed. We came off of the low in April of 22 down here and had or April of 20 rather, and had a 2 year and a couple month rally to June of 22. Then we had a top over here in July of 23. So we had a year plus of this time period to consolidate. This would be like this major distribution area. So we had 2 years up, we had a year sideways. Then from that point in July all the way down to this low here, the first low, which I think was August there last year. Let me get the date. Yeah, middle of August last year. So we had just over a year down, and now we've been in this year-long sideways period here at this bottom, building this base or this accumulation period. And now always looking to target these areas where you're going to have these major tops or bottoms come in. And what I usually do, I use my drawing tools, which I've developed to give me these price projections. And you can see I've got 4 different price projections, price levels marked here, and they caught these 4 lows here. So this is a major area of support. So I'm going to just show how I've calculated these areas, or basically I'm going to show what I use to calculate these areas. The first calculation was what I call a triangulation, and I used this shape right here, this triangle that's marked here, this high to this low to the first reaction back up off the initial high. That gave me one of the projections down at that level. The next one, I did another triangle calculation, a different calculation based on the properties of the triangle. I took the second high, the first swing down, and then the reaction high off there to form this triangle, which gave me another projection down in this area. The first one was the brown line. This one was the blue line here. Then I did a simple range projection based on the Play-Doh work that I've talked about many times. That was the other upper line right here. And then the last line was the RMS calculation, just based off of this top of the last big swing down before the initial low. And that price right there at that high gave me the last level here. So I had 4 levels sandwiched together right there, and that gave me this area where these 4 lows have come in. So that particular set of calculations gave me this zone that caught all 4 of those bottoms. So one of the Play-Doh calculations, 2 different triangle calculations, and then an RMS calculation gave me those 4 key areas, and these are the points that I used to get those particular calculations from. So this would be these mathematical points of force giving me price projections to a common area where I'm going to get this major support. So the last significant highs were, of course, extremely important. The first run down to the reaction back up off of each of the two taps in that double tap. Those are always critical places to use for measuring and projecting from. And then the Plato music calculation based off of that range marked by the red trend line. I also run these calculations based off the individual prices at highs and lows. In this case, I used the range calculation, and then I did a RMS calculation just off of this high. That was simply a one number calculation that gave me the fourth price level in that area.